What's up, y'all? So I told you I was to try to get some of these daily videos up. So here's another one. As you can tell, we're swapping it out yet again. I want to get some just raw stuff, some raw stuff every now and then. Some stuff that doesn't matter what comes out, just we speak about it. It's kind of like unfiltered, but just a little bit of a daily insight into the mind of Rodz. And in my devotion, I just finished wrapping up, some videos, and got back to memory something he thought, brought something to me that was quite interesting because, I kind of had to check myself a little bit. And it was, you can't whine about something that you haven't brought up to God already, right? And I was like, all right, Lord, what happened? We just had a good video, we just had some good stuff. He's like, I know, and then he brought back to memory something that I had talked to him about earlier in the week. And it was, last week. It was interesting because, that I was whining about it, but I was kind of like, Lord, really? This hasn't happened yet? And he's like, he made me laugh. And the reason I say he made me laugh is because of this. Because when he dropped that, he's like, you can't whine about something that you haven't worshipped about. You haven't worshipped through yet. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And then he broke it down, before we react to something, before we're out here Lord, what's going on? He's like, worship first. Bring it up to me first. You know how this goes. I was like, all right, God, you have a point. It's true. And then it made me think, anytime that I've worshipped beforehand, right, that there's been an issue, and I'm like, all right, God, let me worship beforehand. Let me go and do this, bring it up to you first. Because again, I'm human. Not every time that I'm just like, yes, every last little thing I should, but working on it. I was like, Lord, all right, let me bring this up to you first. Anytime I've done that first, and then brought up the problem, then brought up the issue, I felt better. I'm like, you know what, God, this is happening, but I know you can deliver me out of it. Instead of just, Lord, look at this and what's going on, and just whining, right? We're not little kids, right? And I felt like that's how I put I thought, that's why I said I laughed a little bit, because as I thought of a little kid, it's like, oh, this isn't happening right. And it's like, God's looking at are you serious right now? Come on. You've done this before. This is not the first time that you've had to, go through something. This is not the first time this has happened. And all right, so you didn't get exactly when you wanted it to. Stop whining about it. Worship first. Worship before. And I was like, okay. And it was a funny moment, which is why I'm sharing it with you guys. Again, it's it's like an unfiltered, but it's a daily one. I'm gonna try to get one daily at least. That before you go and start whining and complaining about something to God, worship first. I guarantee you that when you do that first, you bring up to his presence, you go and just thank him just for all the things that he's already done for you before and things that he'll do with you, down the line. When you worship him and you just come before his presence and just lay it at his feet first, and then be like, all right, God, thank you. I went through this, this amazing praise and worship session. Lord, you know what? This is what's on my mind. He already knows what's there, but it's a different attitude as to just coming in of gimme. And you're like, you know what, God, what can I give you? You know what? Let me give my praise and worship first. Let me bring that up to the altar first. Let me bring that as a living sacrifice towards you. And when you do that first, and then you try to then bring up the issue, 9 out of 10 times, now I'm not gonna say 10 out of 10 because there's always gonna be that one person, oh, Rodz, I still whined about it, or I still brought it out, I was still complaining. Okay. But once we sorry, so much dust on these things, I gotta clean them out. Once you worship first, right? You really, and I'm talking legit worship, not put two praise and worship for 2 seconds and elevation music, you just a really short intro track. No, I'm talking about just real, just get into his presence and get just face down if you have to, just that vulnerable position, 2 hands up, Lord, I'm here, I submit to you. Let me bring this up to your feet first. When then you speak to him and you be like, all right, God, you know what? After all this is what's going on. This is what I'm feeling. Because I can guarantee you, because it's happened to me, in that praise and worship, you're just going to drop it all in. You're just going to go and just drop everything you have. And you're like, all right, God, you know what? I'm worried about this, but you can get, I know you give me peace. This is happening, but I know you're going to provide for me. Lord, this might, I'm not feeling 100% here, but you know what? I know you're going to supply all my needs. Lord, I know that this is an issue that's happening. You know the issue, and we speak about it. But I'm confessing, declaring that you've already resolved it. You've already given me the ingenuity. You've already given me the clarity, the ideas, and whatever I need to do to fulfill this next step. When you go on with that, I guarantee you, in that praise and worship, God's going to speak to you in a way that's just, he wouldn't have spoken to you if you just went in there like just whining about it. He would have answered you, and he still will answer you. But it's a different level of just like, all right, you know what, here, you feel comforted. You feel comforted, right? Because bringing it up to him and giving it up to him and becoming, like I said, living sacrifices for him with that, that's the ultimate level of just love and affection and just gratitude. It's like, Lord, you know what? Everything else might look bad, but you know what? I'm going to leave that outside. I'm going to leave that at the door. I'm going to leave that outside this area, because right now it's just you and me. Right now it's you and me time. It's our intimate time where we're going to speak, where I'm not going to worry about the world around me. I'm not going to worry about what's happening next. I'm not going to worry about, how I'm feeling. I'm going to put that all on the altar. I'm going to let it get consumed, because right now it's all about you and I, Father. When you go in with that, fam, I'm telling you because before I picked up this mic, I thought about it. And I thought about all the times that I've had something on my mind, and I've gone into a praise and worship, and I've gone in there knowing, you know what, God, I might not feel it right now. I'm just gonna drop into your presence. I'm just gonna get in there. I'm gonna push through. And before you know it, you're either in tears, your face down, you're just giving great, giving just this awesome just prayer to him, giving thanks. It's different. The atmosphere changes when you go in there with an expectant heart, not of what he's going to do, but what he's already done. That's a word for you right now. Going to his presence, not thinking, Lord, I hope you can do this, or Lord, you know what, I'm asking for I'm asking you to do this for me. No, Lord, thank you because it's already done. Thank you because you've already provided for me. Thank you because you know exactly what I'm going through, Father God, better than I do. And you see the end result. And I'm going to come to you and I'm giving you thanks ahead of time, right? And I'm going to praise your name. I'm going to seek your face and not your hand, right? Because when you seek his face, his hand comes in right after. And I've said it before. When you seek God's face first, that's where the true glory is. That's where the true power is. That's where the true blessing is. That's where the true worship is. You're just going down, just separate yourself from the world, turn the TV off, put the phone on, do not disturb, whatever it is. I know for me, I've done that where I'll be jamming out and I'll have my phone close to me just in case. Right back to an email, and I'm like, you know what? No, this is me and God time. If I can take time to watch TV, to go and hang out with some friends and not look at my phone, I can spend some time with God. And I'm not criticizing, because I get it. I've done it too, where you're gonna do something, but you kind of half in, half out. No. God wants you to give him that full attention. And trust me, you want to give him that full attention, because when you give him that full attention, he gives you his full attention. And when he does that, man, things are moving, things are changing for you. So that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys just to dive in like I've done before. I've learned from, my parents, from my leaders, from my mentors, just from my pastors, that you separate that time with God, put yourself in line with him, and then start thanking him, not for what he can do, but for what he's already done. Yeah. I love you guys. I hope this was a good one. I want to keep on doing these vlogs, these little talks, here at night, or whatever time you're watching. For me, it's nighttime. But I really do enjoy this, because this is what God's speaking to me, to you guys. Super raw, super uncut. It's like unfiltered, but just even more unfiltered, because it is just turn the lights on, we'll turn the light on, turn the camera on, and whatever God spoke to me on that day, we're bringing it, boom, in real time. Yeah? Love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these talks. This is not one that, it was with notes, as you can tell. It's just the camera and the couch now. And the lighting seems kind of cool in here. So hope you guys enjoy this one. Stay motivated. Give God thanks for what he's already done. Let's get after it. Yeah? I love y'all. Stay safe.